Okay, alright, today's tutorial is about this low poly burger made in Blender without using any add-on or anything external. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna add a reference image. If you want to get this reference, I'll put the link in the description. I downloaded it from Pinterest. Okay, I'll just rotate it on the x-axis 90 degrees. Okay, and I'm gonna delete all of this stuff. I won't be needing it now. Shift A, add a UV sphere, go to the edit mode, using face selection, and select the bottom X. Delete only the faces. This is the upper braid that will be covering the whole part. Okay, go to the edit mode, using the edge selection tool, select this lower part, Shift D, duplicate it, because we will be using it for the lower braid as well and for the other parts. Again, double click, hit E, extrude, giving it more topology to work with, E, extrude, and F. Basically we're done with this, with the braid. Okay, I'm gonna just bevel it so it would have a smooth edge. Okay, we're done with it. Now I'm gonna call this the upper braid. Yeah, and go back to edit mode, select this part without selecting the upper part, hit P, and it will separate it. Go to the edit mode again, A, E to extrude, E again, E again to extrude, and hit F. Okay, hit A, E to extrude. We have the lower braid part. Double click, Ctrl B, bevel it. Alright, select everything, go to the wireframe mode. We kinda need to get it to this point. Alright. And now we need, I'm gonna use the lower B. Okay, and now for the tomatoes, I'm gonna create the tomatoes. I'm gonna hide this part, and I'm gonna duplicate this. This will be our tomato. Okay, Shift A, add in a cylinder, we're going to use a cylinder to make a hole on it. Yeah, so we're gonna select all the cylinders, Ctrl J, we're gonna join them and add a Boolean modifier to the tomato. So using selection tool, we're gonna select the cylinders and we're gonna apply and delete the cylinders. So we have our holes on this tomato. Yep. Basically this is it. So I have to bevel the tomato. Hit the using the surface selection tool, select all the bottom surface, Ctrl+P, and just bevel it. This will be our tomato. Okay, I'm gonna hide this. And now for the cheese, I'm gonna add a plane. Scale it up a bit. And go to the edit mode. Subdivide 10 times. Subdivide it 10 times. Okay, now it's divided. Add a solidify modifier, extrude it downward, and using the vertex selection, we are going to, make this like they're kind of like melting on the beef. So yeah, we're gonna put it on the beef, and we're gonna use this procedural editing to do it. Hit G, and by moving this circle, we're going to determine how much we're going to affect this. The larger circle affects the larger area. The smaller circle affects the smaller area. Basically, this is the cheese. I'm gonna name this cheese. Alright. So I'm gonna hide this. And now the beef. Add a circle. Go to the edit mode. Extrude. Extrude again. Hit F. Okay, to select all. E to extrude, like we did with the lower red part. Again, using edge selection tool, select the edges, Ctrl+P, bevel. We're going to use small segments, so we're going to use small segments because we're going to subdivide it later. And for the beef, you see that there are some bumps over here and there. So to give it this bump, I'm gonna add a subsurface modifier, subdivide it 3 times and apply. And I'm gonna also add in a deform and displace modifier. Add a new texture. Go and change the texture type to cloud. And just increase the size. This will be enough. Go back to the modifiers tab and decrease the displacement strength. I have this. Give it a little texture that it needs. It's almost looking good. I just need to increase the size of our texture. Play around with it till you have the best result. Okay. Satisfied. This is nice. I'm gonna name this the beef. Now for the lettuce, I'm gonna add a circle again. Go to the edit mode, extrude, select everything and hit E to extrude again, and F. And using the vertex selection tool. I'm going to select some points. Make sure the points are not colliding with each other. Select like the way I'm doing it right now, and disable the proportional editing and just move it up a bit. Add a subdivision surface modifier, move it a bit again. We're also gonna need a solidify modifier. Move the solidify modifier above the subdivision surface modifier. And increase the thickness and more segments, of course. This is our lettuce. Alright, go out of the edit mode. We have the cheese, the lettuce, the rays, and the tomato. It's time to assemble them. We're gonna start with the lower beef. Oh, it is already there. And the cheese. Okay, for the cheese, as I showed you before, we're going to use the proportional editing tool to kind of put it on the top of the beef. The cheese needs to be on the top of the beef. Okay, increase the size a bit. With the edit mode, select an edge and enable the proportional editing. Then just hit G to drag it down a bit, like that. And do this for the all parts. Okay, now we are almost done. Select the edges and Ctrl+B to bevel them. Add a vertex bevel. Increase the segment, to up to 3 times. And we have our cheese, and on top of the cheese there's the tomato. We're gonna need more than one tomato, so place it above the cheese. And we have our almost complete burger. And to top it off, the upper beef goes right there. Yes, and now we have our burger. We have our low poly burger. Select the cheese, apply this subdivision surface the solidify modifier, and add a subdivision surface modifier so that it could look a bit nice. And add a subdivision modifier as well to the tomato. To all the tomatoes. Select everything and shade smooth. Okay, we're done now almost, because we need this beans on top of our burger. These bean looking things, I don't know what they're called. So we're going to add a UV sphere. We're gonna make it tiny, and SZ, extrude it in the Z axis. And select the upper red part and add a particle system here to it. Go to the render section, object, render as an object, and choose the bean that we have just created, and increase the size. Increase the size and also the number. As you can see, the beans are going under the bread too. We don't want that. So I'm gonna hide everything to just remove this. To remove it, I'm gonna go to the weight painting mode. You can find it over here and start painting on the top here. You can increase your brush by clicking F, and I'm just painting where I want the beans to go. So go back to the object mode, the vertex group, add, click on the group that you just created, and the beans are on the places that you have painted. Go to the particle system and just decrease their size a bit and rotate this on the Y axis 90 degrees. And object rotation, enable it. Okay. Maybe disable the object rotation. It's not helping us, and there's too much just to decrease their size and their numbers too. And I'm going to increase this. This is enough. So unhide everything, and we are done modeling our burger. We're gonna leave it there. We're gonna give it a shading. We're gonna go to shading and we're gonna give it a texture. Hide this sphere. We won't be needing it. And also add a camera. Remove these tabs. Add a camera. Hit Ctrl Alt 0 to snap it on the viewport. To snap it on the view. And add a plane. Z to move it, and hit A. Add also a aerial light. G to move it upward. Switch the Ranger engine to cycles. I'm using GPU. And render it. We have no materials, so it should look like that. Add a increase this light strength to 100. Just increase this to give it a soft light. Select the upper part, add a texture. As you can see on the reference, it's a bit, brown, light brown. Select light brown. Okay, increase the roughness a bit and name this material the bread. Choose the tomatoes, add a new material, just give them that bread look. And also decrease the roughness. Apply the tomato material for the other tomatoes as well. And also select the cheese, add the material for the cheese, make it a yellow, give it a yellow material, a light yellow material, and also decrease the roughness as well. Decrease the roughness a bit. And for the beef, we are going to use a noise texture. The beef is red, yeah, but we're gonna use a noise texture. Shift A, add a noise texture. This immediately gonna make it black and white. To fix that, Shift A, add a color ramp in the middle. and change this black color to red, dark red. Change this white value to a light red. A light red. Just play around with the settings to get the right look. This should be enough. And for the lattice, we're going to add a green material. Just make it green. A bit darker. And also decrease the roughness just a bit. And for the lower part, we're just gonna add we're gonna give it the red texture that we have just created on the upper part. And for these beans, we're going to select this sphere, say new material, make it a bit light yellow, and increase the roughness. Yeah, so we're done with the burger, a low poly burger. This is my low poly burger. Add a light, shift D, duplicate, make a scene or something. Just do whatever you want with it. And I have to go because I'm hungry. I'm kind of hungry. So thank you for watching. Subscribe for more Blender tutorials. Yeah, this is it, and hit render to render the image. And thank you.